authentic people and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Concerts keep rolling at Pinewood Bowl with a great show on Wednesday, September 18th. Bare Naked Ladies headlines with Toad the Wet Sprocket starting things off at 7 p.m. for a trip down 90s memory lane. Don't miss Bare Naked Ladies and Toad the Wet Sprocket on Wednesday, September 18th at Pinewood Bowl. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com.
At Union Bank, people don't have your money. Your money has people. First home people, investment people, people who answer the phone and your chats, dream car people, dream retirement people, driving your dream car in your dream retirement people, small business people, credit card people, and all the other people you need. At Union Bank, our people help you do more than you dreamed possible. So stop in and say hello. We can't wait to see you. Union Bank and Trust. Member FDIC.
Every home is different. Every family is different. So when it comes to a new heating and cooling system, why not get what fits you best? Get the perfect fit with Bryant. Maybe you need higher efficiency, better humidity control, increased warranty, or all the bells and whistles. Bryant provides options. Options in warranty, brand, comfort, and efficiency while maximizing savings. Call 467-1111 or visit BryantLincoln.com. Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing. We do whatever it takes.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NEBCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
A Friday edition of the show live from 1040 O Street. We will be back here again tomorrow for pregame coverage ahead of Nebraska and Northern Iowa, but let's not get too far ahead. We got 2 hours of On the Block to get to here. First, I'm Austin. To my left, Strick. To my right, Ellie on the board. Should be a great day for you. We'll talk some NFL here in the first segment. Plenty of college football then throughout the rest of the show. And as always, we want to do it with you. 402-464-5685. If you have any thoughts on any of the college football games over this weekend here, any of the NFL games as well, we will get to it. We'll tell you what to watch this weekend coming up at 3:30. We'll dive into some NFL news first with Tua Tagovailoa, but first want to make sure you know that On the Block is brought to you by NEBCO. They're hiring for constructors, general laborers, as well as ready mix concrete, hiring CDL drivers. And Stricky, we're bringing back an old favorite, a fan favorite at 2:45 today.
Yeah, we're bringing it back in, man. It is Fit Talk Friday. Fit Talk Friday. Triple F.
Wait a minute, Stricky. Wait a minute.
I was trying to create my own little thing, but it's not Triple F. FTF. Fit Talk Friday. And Ryan Elrod will be in the building. Long time. He's a Lincoln. Where Ryan? Lincoln Northeast. Ryan went to Lincoln Northeast. He's been in health and wellness and fitness. And he's going to come and share a few things about what's going on with him and how he is helping folks to get back right. Now, it was something I just thought about, right? You know, cluster going overseas. And I remember when I went to Turkey and Belgium and so forth and so on, and how good the food was. Like the stuff that I would normally eat here where I would halfway be asleep or, you know, taking a nap on the couch or something like that. That's the crazy part, is that I would go over there and I just felt I didn't ever feel. I'm talking about eating. I'm talking eating things that I eat here: pizzas, spaghetti, just all the things, pastas, and you just didn't feel that bloat. So we've actually become a obese nation. Just being honest about it. In some ways, we're spoiled. We know groceries and prices are definitely going through the roof. But at the same time, we still eat a lot. And he brought that back to my attention by when he went over there. Just some of the portions. Just the portionalities of their food just really also helps in the process of that. So we're going to talk a little bit about it. We're good to go.
Perfect timing. Nick and I just got out of a meeting this morning with a couple guys that I know pretty darn well at 3 Pillars Performance here in Lincoln. Stricky, I think I'm starting my fitness journey back up. It's about time, right? I've been thinking about it, been putting it off because it's scary and I don't have time. I think I found people that are getting me back into it. So this is timed perfectly. We'll bring you that conversation at 2:45. But first, Strick, the news of the day, the news of last night, Tua Tagovailoa. Another concussion that he suffered, another fencing position when he's on his back. His right hand curls up and goes straight up in the air. And of course, ironically, it happens on a collision with Damar Hamlin, who we know from a couple of years ago, the very scary situation when he was in the coma for a while and he made a miraculous recovery in his back playing NFL football. There's a lot of questions when it comes to this situation. Let's start with the individual. What are the biggest questions facing Tua Tagovailoa right now?
It's the same questions. And this is what we're going to need to dig into, I truly believe, is, having real conversations about responsibility. And here's why I say that. Like, this is not to make fun of or make light of it, but I need to share this specific situation, because if you don't deal with this correctly and you just kind of let it just be a minor issue in the space of sports, I remember, and this blows my mind to this day, just stuff like this. Somebody goes to a restaurant. They go to a McDonald's. All right. At McDonald's, they order coffee. Get the coffee. You know it's hot. I make coffee every morning. I know it's hot. You can make cold coffee too. You just get wet and cold, right? And it spills on you, not because they handed it to you and just dropped it in your lap. You're driving, whatever, you hit a bump and it spills on you, and you sue the company and make millions of dollars.
Because you hit a pothole.
Because whatever it was. So now coffee goes up. They have to put labels on it to remind you that coffee's hot. And they're going to charge you more because they have to do more things to the freaking coffee cup that you already know is hot, because they have to prepare themselves not to be sued. That's what the NFL, and when I'm talking about what you just asked me, the question, I'm speaking from that standpoint. You have to prepare yourself and look beyond the scope. So what is that balance? And that's what I want to talk about today. What is that balance of how much the NFL needs to involve themselves, or the doctors? Who's liable? Yes, you want to give a little deference. Maybe there needs to be some contract signed off on that. If you take this is your responsibility. We recommend no, you go. You know what I mean? On your own, that's on you. I'm not liable. And people have to do that now. Like when you go into these little bounce houses, and you have to sign a freaking waiver, because people will do you in if you don't do it right. This is what I'm scared of, because we've been here before. Yeah.
Twice with him. Back-to-back weeks.
There was a lot of conversation about maybe he should be over, but you could understand his willingness to stay because of the bag that was awaiting him. That's life-changing things that he would be able to do down the road for his family and so forth and so on. So I can understand why he would take the risk. But now what's next?
That is the question. If you're advising Tua Tagovailoa, Stricky, what do you tell him?
I tell him, man, for your life, you know what I mean? There's track records of individuals that have dealt with the form of what they call CTE, right? And in dealing with CTE, some of the best that have ever done it, obviously Junior Seau and guys like them, their livelihoods were not the same. They weren't able to be the same for their families that they were before these diagnoses, right?
Mm-hmm.
So for me, I would advise, man, that's it. Like, you got I know you love football.
You're a proud competitor.
He's gonna need counseling, because when the lights turn off, if this is the case, if the lights turn off that quickly, there's some traumatic things that you deal with, and that you start questioning yourselves. And if you don't have a good support group, man, it can go downhill fast for individuals. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So I think he does probably have good family support system, which would help in this process.
With his dad, his brother, his whole family, he's married, everything there. Huskers P said there is no risk of money for Tua. He's guaranteed $167 million if he retires today. Not necessarily, right? If he just walks away, he doesn't get it, right? They would have to come to an injury settlement is what they'd have to do if he's going to get that money. And Stricky, everyone in the Dolphins organization talks glowingly about the young man that Tua Tagovailoa is. Even despite his early struggles, right? Didn't hang his head. He kept working. And he found a head coach in a system, or they found a head coach in a system that has done wonders for Tua Tagovailoa in his career. Is he a top 10 quarterback in the NFL? Probably not. But given where he was after his first couple years in the league, the growth has been amazing for Tua Tagovailoa in this Dolphins organization. He's found a home. He's found a fit. I have no reason to believe the Dolphins wouldn't come to some sort of settlement with him and get him that money, right? But if he walks away of his own accord, I was trying to find the exact article where it mentioned this, because that was my understanding. Yeah, so here it is. The Dolphins have invested in him heavily at this point. This is from The Athletic. His contract features $167 million guaranteed for injury, including $43 million that has been paid this year. Even if the team forced him to retire for medical reasons, they would owe Tagovailoa the remaining $124 million of guaranteed money on his contract. If he chooses to retire on his own, he would forfeit that money unless he and the team reached an injury settlement. So the only move is to exercise patience and support.
So he's just gonna stay the course, and he's gonna need for them to tell them. And listen, that's the decision that they made. As you said, they have glowing, reviews of him. They love him. They think very highly of him. It reminds me similarly of a situation where, different situation, but nonetheless, how organizations handled it when the way that the Chicago Bulls handled Jason Williams, because they could have easily, by way of contract, could have gotten out of that contract that he had signed with them, and could have left him, high and dry.
Yeah,
on his own doing, of course, because they told us
we didn't make you get on that motorcycle.
To ride motorcycles. Yeah, motorcycles, skydiving, bungee jumping, anything like that. If it leads to your injury, contract void.
That's on you.
And they could have did him like that. And so, you've got to say that you're appreciative. So I vision that Miami not only loved him, they thought highly of him as a quarterback. So they gave him a little bit of security blanket within that. Now, I would hope that if I'm Miami, there's a way for me to negotiate a diversion.
Yes. Bobby Bonilla style.
Not a heavy hit on our cap. That's not, this is injury laden. You know what I'm saying? So based on the contract, if that's in there, that's what I would be working towards, making sure that cap hit is not a full cap hit by way of injury. We're 3 games in so far, 2 games
just one.
in.
One game in? Two for them now. Yeah.
You're 2 games in, and that's really early. So if you just, fractionalize that out, then you should be able to come to an agreement there.
Right. And I know the easy thing to do, not that you're doing this, but a lot of people across the country are trying to figure out whose fault it is that this happened again. The way Miami handled it the first time is on them. He should not have gone back in the game.
No.
We can see that very clearly now. It was a mistake. Thank goodness he's doing as well as he is now after that. The NFL fired the people that were responsible on their end of things. So they've moved, tried to get better. The Dolphins have worked with him to get him a specialized helmet. And Tua, he thought it was a normal football play. Could he have slid? Yes, absolutely he could have. But he was getting that extra yard, right? His team's already down. Maybe he's trying to be an example, be a leader. He puts his head down instead. You can't say Tua's being reckless. He's a pocket passer. This is a normal football play. He's done the whole jiu-jitsu, learning how to fall classes. That only helps him with what happened against Buffalo and Cincinnati before. It doesn't help him now when he's lowering the crown of his helmet, trying to go. Could he have worn a Guardian cap? Absolutely, right? Those just got allowed on the field of play. So maybe that helps. But Strick, I go to a tweet from Mitch Schwartz, younger brother of Jeff Schwartz. They're both pretty active on Twitter. Mitchell Schwartz, former NFL offensive lineman, was asked, do you think Tua Tagovailoa should retire? Here's what he said. He said, personally, yes, it's easy for me to say, but it's sad to see, and you have no idea what the ramifications will be later in life. But it's clear that his body can't handle those hits to the head, neck area with the scary reactions that he has. And at some point, you got to get hit. Tua has done everything in his power to avoid making it an issue. The Dolphins have taken steps in the right direction, and so has the NFL. None of them are to blame for the situation. Damar Hamlin is not to blame for the situation. Maybe Tua's just not physically fit to be an NFL quarterback. And that sucks because you see the talent. You love what he did at Alabama, the heroics and all those plays. But man, seems like there's a lot of signs pointing to you are either going to have to continue to deal with this or there's a tough decision in your near future.
Absolutely. And I don't even need to really address it. I think you're right. I have to agree with you on that. There's just got to be they've got to figure out a way, because you don't ever want to go to somebody and tell them they can't. That's a hard thing to do.
Well, and you're an athlete, Trick. If someone tells you can't, what's your first reaction?
Your mind is to automatically say, you don't know what you're talking about. I can't. And we've talked about that, kind of what even happened in my career. A lot of people telling you can't. You out there like, no matter what you tell me, I can't.
Watch this.
Right? And as an athlete, a high-level athlete, one who has reached the pinnacles of success that a Tua Tagovailoa has, you're going to say no. I mean, even myself in an injury experience I've shared here with you and on the block as well is, I think I maybe have, but I remember being injured, having a torn meniscus, it being validated by way of MRI. I told them I need a second opinion. I go down to Dallas to Dr. Tandy. Shout out to Dr. Tandy. Great orthopedic surgeon. And get in an appointment with him, find out, it's torn. Options: play, probably have some pain, or get surgery right now and you're done for this amount of time. Okay, I appreciate that. I'll decide. Go home, man. When I tell you I did like prayer and meditation, and I woke up the next morning, couldn't feel nothing. And I'm not playing. I before every game it would swell up. I'd have to sit out a game because I couldn't move. And then it'd be a couple days later, 2-3 days. But I go back. You need to do this. You can't play if you don't. I go back, Austin. I never wore a sleeve again. To this day, it still hasn't been touched.
Wow.
And I still move around. You know what I'm saying? So that's what kicks in. Is like, you can't play for this amount of time. You can't play. So my mind was like, let's go. And for me, it worked. But when you're dealing with the mind, you're dealing with the exact thing, the thing that maybe could empower you or huff you through. That's dangerous ground. And that's where I would probably give a little bit of deference to, sit down, man. And because if this goes, if your mind, your thought, your sleep, your memory, you're not who you are.
Not just as a football player, but as a person, as a
life, as a soul. Yeah. Facts.
It's tough. There's a lot of big questions facing Tua, his family, the Dolphins organization. Their backup right now is Skylar Thompson. Not a great situation to be in. Jake Sorensen's been complaining about it all day. The Dolphins didn't invest in a backup quarterback because they believe so much in Tua Tagovailoa. So you want to say best of luck, prayers up, all that good stuff for Tua Tagovailoa, because this is a career-defining decision, not just career-altering, but career-defining decision.
Yeah.
I assume Tua Tagovailoa would be fine, but he's poured a lot into the game of football, so you never know. So best of luck. Prayers up. Hope he navigates the situation and does what ultimately he feels is best for him and for his family. We'll go to break. When we get back, we will hear from Matt Rule. What did the head coach have to say yesterday in his pre-Northern Iowa press conference? Fit Talk Friday comes your way then at 2:45. We're diving back into Husker football and the weekend of football in the hour to come. 402-464-5685. Y'all have been great on the text line so far. Big Bird, Claytonia, John, Jordan P, Huskers P, Bill and Bennett, Tommy, 2655, Gabe. And here's this tricky, actually, before we go to break. 60-0 Thunderbirds last night. Closer in the first half, wheels fell off for Bellevue East in the second, apparently.
Yeah, I really wanted to get up there to that game. It was a beautiful night to go and watch high school football. Just, me and Cluster and the Johnsons was in here doing it big, man, for WTF. So it was cool, man. It was good to see. I did check the scores, so yeah, I probably would have been out of there at halftime or third quarter anyway. So it worked out in my favor just to catch it on the news.
Hey, if you missed WTF, check out the podcast version. It's posted anywhere you get your 93.7 The Ticket content. Corner 3 returns tonight, 6 o'clock. I'll take you up to high school football. We'll go to break here for Matt Rule when we get back. Are you looking for affordable drinks and a great atmosphere this football season? Highball Bar has you covered. Whether it's pregame tailgating, postgame festivities, or in-game celebrations, Highball Bar is the place to be. With $4 beers, $4 mixed drinks, and more during their 4 to 8 p.m. daily happy hour, Highball Bar will quickly become your go-to place to sit back, unwind, and be your team's #1 fan. Highball Bar, located in downtown Lincoln, just 3 blocks from Memorial Stadium at 122 North 11th Street.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps. Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right, most recommended Eustace Body Shop.
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Follow the Huskers to the City of Angels when Nebraska plays at USC in November. Book your official Nebraska alumni travel package at HuskerFanTravel.com. Choose from 2 or 3 night options that include a downtown LA hotel, exclusive welcome event, game day transportation, and the official Husker Huddle pregame party. Add on game tickets for an optional upgrade. Transportation to and from LA not included. Join the official Nebraska alumni trip to see the Huskers play at USC. Spots are limited, so book your trip now at HuskerFanTravel.com.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we are out of the gate for September with a very special GMC sales offer. We must move out all new GMC truck inventory fast, so right now at Koppel, we are offering true GM supplier pricing for everyone. Yes, you heard right. True GM supplier pricing on all GMC Sierras. That's over $12,000 off on select models. That's GM supplier pricing, $12,000 off on Sierras. Do not wait. Stop on in or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
Nebraskans are proud of their public schools. Hi, I'm Tim Royers. As a Nebraska Teacher of the Year, I traveled across the state and saw the value public schools bring to our communities every day. They're where our kids get the skills and opportunities they need to succeed. They're where families come together to enjoy a musical, cheer for our teams, talk with teachers, and build trusted relationships. Strong public schools create strong communities.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Hey Husker Nation, this is Todd Euler, 2-time national champion, here to talk to you about Window World Lincoln. At Window World, we specialize in replacement windows, doors, siding, and roofing. Whether you're looking to enhance the beauty of your home or increase its energy efficiency, we've got you covered. And here's the best part. We offer the best for less. Our team is dedicated to providing top quality products and exceptional service at affordable prices. We want to earn your business and make your home improvement dreams a reality. So why wait? Contact Window World Lincoln today at 464-7313 or visit our website at WindowWorldLincoln.com. Window World Lincoln, where quality meets affordability.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career? Or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies, and it will be breezy. We'll see an afternoon high around 89. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, the low around 62. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and lighter winds, an afternoon high around 85. Meteorologist Kyle Becker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Are you looking to get into the electrical construction industry or wanting a new scene? The electrical workers of local union 265 are now hiring licensed journeymen and apprentices and are offering great pay and benefits. Call Mike at 402-875-1034 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
Concerts keep rolling at Pinewood Bowl with a great show on Wednesday, September 18th. Bare Naked Ladies headlines with Toad the Wet Sprocket starting things off at 7 p.m. for a trip down 90s memory lane. Don't miss Bare Naked Ladies and Toad the Wet Sprocket on Wednesday, September 18th at Pinewood Bowl. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com.
In every office, there's two types of people. There are those who bring in bagels and those who eat the bagels that someone else brought in. Everybody likes the first person. Be that first person. Weekday mornings at 7:30, you have a chance to win a business box of bagels from Bagels & Joe. All you have to do is shut up, Sipple. 2 questions for you, 2 for Sip. Win and the bagels are yours. Lose, well, you don't want to lose.
You lost Monday, you lost Wednesday, you're a loser.
Shut up, Sipple. Weekday mornings at 7:30, brought to you by Bagels & Joe. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back here on the block. We're going to hear from Nebraska football head coach Matt Rule regarding Saturday's game against Northern Iowa. Second game out of 3 in a row. That'll take place at 6:30 at Memorial Stadium. Second of 3 consecutive night games. First one went the Huskers' way. Final score of 28-10. Stricky, Monday, Matt Rule was asked about special teams. He called it one of the worst special teams performances in his time as coach. Matt Rule was asked about it again on Thursday, but this time it was, why isn't special teams translating from the practice field to the game field? Here's the Nebraska head coach.
I think you guys are making too much of it. Honestly, it's not, that's not translated. There's a lot of great things. There's a couple guys, you know what I'm saying? Like, I just, I guess it's the beast of being at Nebraska. Like, we have to find something, you know what I mean? Which is good, but like, I have to do a better job probably not being as candid, because like we're running down, we're tackling the kickoff on the 12. You know what I'm saying? We're doing so many good things. You know, we had a kicker who had surgery in the summer. You know, he's just fighting his way back. So I actually am pleased with a lot of things Tristan's doing, but I just got to be careful. I'm saying this because I want the players to hear it. Just we're on the same page. Nothing. You guys have a job to do, but yeah. I think a lot of things are going okay. Sierra makes an unbelievable tackle. Our punter puts the ball at the 2-yard line. There's just some other things that I just think we have to play through, honestly. But it's not. I don't believe it's that. I don't believe it's like, hey, it's not translating. I just believe it's like we're playing other good teams, or, you know, like Colorado's as skilled a team as we'll play this year, I believe. And some guys are just not making the plays. And what we're doing is just trying to coach off the game tape. Whereas last year I was like, hey, it's okay, guys, come on. This year I'm letting them have it because I'm trying to move us to championship football. And so we just have to learn from the games, if that makes sense.
What I take away from that, Strick, is it's a reminder to not lump all special teams together. Okay. The punt down to the 2-yard line, punt coverage has been pretty good through 2 games.
Right.
Kickoff, you give up the long return, but I think other than that, it's been okay. Extra points have all gone in. Really, the bugaboos on special teams are long snapping and field goal.
Yeah.
That seem to go together there. So just like offense, just like defense, when we talk about special teams, it's not all the same guys on every unit.
Right.
So I think Matt Rule has a legitimate point in saying, yeah, we don't see it maybe exactly the same. I think maybe the general populace is saying, oh, special teams isn't fixed because Tristan Alvano hooked a 30-yard field goal. Whereas Matt Rule is saying, hey, take a look at the whole bigger picture of special teams, not just this one unit. There's more to it than that.
Yeah, and I think there's still more to come, especially on punt return, which, and like you're saying, they all unfortunately lump into special teams category. But I think when you're talking about growth, you also have to compartmentalize. You have to kind of put certain areas, and even in business or even in life, right? They tell you to write goals. Mm-hmm. Like, if you're going to do your goals, you do what they call short-term goals, midterm goals, and long-term goals, right? So if you're talking long-term goal of a team, it's tough to lump it all together because you're not going to fulfill long-term goals usually in a short span. Yes, I know we love microwave. We love to put our food in there and go and get it a minute later. But if you really want some good grits, right? They're not cooked in 1 minute. It's a process, 20, 30 minutes. It's long. People that used to cook from scratch, cornbread. I mean, I used to watch my grandmother and mother do that type of stuff, and it's not instant. That's the thing where you need to compartmentalize. You have to take out pieces of the special teams, show where there's growth. I can honestly say that I'm impressed with growth on the punt team because it was not consistently good. Maintain consistency there. We're seeing little bits, spurts, potential in punt return. We're seeing kick off not being very well, and I think it's a lot to do with lanes. I was watching. It was collapsed lanes. You don't collapse lanes because, sometimes you create them by collapsing them.
Yeah.
Whether it's outside, inside, or whatever. If you're running lanes and it collapses on one side and narrows up, you create to the left or to the right some form of a lane unless they come down with you. So that's what it looked like was happening to me. You're talking, as you're saying, long snapping, kick. There's just, so if you're looking at building it as a whole, you want to see some of the good growth on the short term. And then ultimately, you want to see some form of progression towards long-term goals. And then by next year, hopefully you solidified that and locked it up. And then young men that are out there, going out there, being put in position to do that job, take pride and take onus in it. And then you become better because you're going to work better at it.
Brian Buschini has punted 7 times this year. Guess what his average per punt?
It's got to be 47.
50.
That's what that's what we were believing for. And it's good to see it. I think his confidence is there, and he's holding up to the challenge. Now we're going to see how he handles it when we get in the winter, where the wind starts becoming an effect. How he's going to work on his trajectory. It's no different than golf. I know you don't really play golf, but no different than golf. When it's really, really windy, there's times when I'll take a wedge and I'll knock it down. I won't put it in the air because it has more potential for drifting. So I'll hit more line drives, more angles, so forth and so on. That's what then we'll hopefully see the growth from him, where he can still maintain a 40, 44, 45 by way of trajectory punting, but, taking a little lower trajectory as opposed to the high trajectories to allow the wind to take it.
The only thing I do less than watch movies is golf.
Oh, yeah?
You're not wrong about that.
See,
so.
I know my partner.
You sure do. We have a guest here. We'll get some more from Matt Rule when we get back in hour number 2 of the show, especially about the 4-man pass rush and Matt Rule's intel on Northern Iowa. So we'll do that at 3 o'clock. But special guest in studio, remind people his name, Stricky.
Ryan Elrod will be in here.
Perfect. Fit Talk Friday. returns. We'll be back after this. Are you a skilled mechanic looking for your next big opportunity? Constructors is hiring. We're looking for experienced mechanics to join our family-owned team. We offer competitive wages, great benefits, brand new service trucks, OEM-level diagnostic software, and career growth opportunities. Positions include lead and A-level mechanics for our shop and multiple field technicians. If you're driven and ready to grow with a company that's been around since 1908, apply today at constructorslincoln.com.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
With a wide variety of menu options, including the best prime and Wagyu steaks in Lincoln, if you haven't been to Tavern 180, you're missing out. Try any of their steak options paired with one of their well-known martinis, and this will soon become your favorite date night spot. Call your friends for a casual get-together where steak, shrimp, chicken, and tasty cocktails await your arrival. Tavern 180, located next door to Tanner's at 30th and Yankee Hill.
Why are some people more successful? Is it talent and determination, or did they recognize an opportunity? Discover a career that lets you help families reach their financial goals as you build lasting professional relationships, one with unlimited income potential. From Modern Woodman, a leading fraternal financial services provider.
I'm Modern Woodman Regional Director Sean Erickson. Call me at 402-483-6515 to learn about career opportunities.
Modern Woodman of America, touching lives, securing futures.
Riddle's Jewelry is excited to be celebrating 65 years. 65 years of so many incredible memories celebrating with each of your special moments. In celebration of the 65th Riddle's Jewelry anniversary, we will be offering up to 40% off all engagement rings and all diamond fashion jewelry. The excitement doesn't stop there. Riddle's Jewelry is also offering 18 months, 0% interest and $0 down financing on all qualifying purchases. Riddle's Jewelry has always been known for incredible customer service, one of the largest selections of engagement rings, and don't forget about the on-site jeweler. Come celebrate with us at Riddle's Jewelry, your one-stop diamond shop with exclusive Levian jewelry, Pandora Charm jewelry, and more, all at Riddle's inside Gateway Mall.
Nebraskans are proud of their public schools. Hi, I'm Tim Royers. As a Nebraska Teacher of the Year, I traveled across the state and saw the value public schools bring to our communities every day. They're where our kids get the skills and opportunities they need to succeed. They're where families come together to enjoy a musical, cheer for our teams, talk with teachers, and build trusted relationships. Strong public schools create strong communities.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies, and it will be breezy. We'll see an afternoon high around 89. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, the low around 62. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and lighter winds, an afternoon high around 85. Meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rick Heyman from Sauter Heyman Jewelers here. Shop the Wedding Band Expo September 12th through the 14th at Sauter Heyman Jewelers. Choose a wedding band that will stand the test of time or an anniversary band to celebrate time spent together. Only at the Wedding Band Expo. You'll save 20% off all wedding and anniversary bands. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Wedding Band Expo, September 12th through the 14th. All 3 locations. Find the ring of your dreams at the price you'll love. SauterHeyman.com in Lincoln and Grand Island.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Lease a 2024 Ford F-150 for $437 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1004120, 437 per month lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 5,500 with signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 9/30/2024. See dealer for details.
It's the greatest time of the year again. Kickoff is here and football is officially back. Over 1 million fans across 33 states got in the game last year by making picks on Underdog, and this year you can too. Making picks on Underdog is straightforward and signing up is even easier. Just head over to Underdog's simple-to-use mobile app or UnderdogFantasy.com and sign up with promo code EARLY, and Underdog will give you a free pick to use on your first cash pick'em entry, plus up to $1,000 in bonus cash when you deposit. That's Underdog Fantasy, promo code EARLY to claim your new customer special of a free pick and your deposit offer. Must be 19 plus in Nebraska and present in a state where Underdog Fantasy operates. Terms apply. Concerned with your play? Call 1-800-GAMBLER or visit www.ncpgambling.org.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
There it is. We're back, and we brought something back to you. A lot of people did ask about it, and we thought it would be the right time now that we're getting into football. The weather's about to change, and more important than any is you're dealing now when you get into winter. One of the things that happens, we sometimes become like little polar bears, and we go hibernate.
I become Nash Hutmacher?
Yeah, man.
Every winter?
We start eating everything, cool. And then you got the holidays that are coming, and so this is why we thought it was important to bring Fit Talk Friday back. And again, with Fit Talk Friday, just to preface what it's going to be not just health, wellness, and lifting and eating. It's actually going to be some finance. It's going to be finance and fitness, and it's going to be fun. It's going to be different things to really get your health of your mind, body, and your spirit and your soul. All these different things, man, is all a part of fitness, and that comes with work and work environments as well. So Ryan Elrod, longtime friend, man, Lincoln Northeast finest, doing his thing, man. Tell us a little bit. I know one of the last times we talked to you was at Lifetime Fitness. You was training and getting families and young men and women and older men and women getting their fitness right.
Yep.
And now you're partaking in something blessed and new, man. And I love the name, especially when you're dealing with 93.7 The Ticket.
Yep.
The name of Game Day Men's Health. So tell us about, what you're doing now, still with Lifetime, as well as your new embarking on your new journey with Game Day.
Yeah, no problem. Well, thanks for having me on again. This is fantastic. Yeah. So I appreciate it. But honestly, I'm still with Lifetime Fitness. I've been there for 4 years now.
Yeah.
It's pretty awesome. I'm not going to lie. Dealing with and working with people each and every day, group fitness, you name it. I tell you, it's a good combination of what I have going on as well with Game Day Men's Health as well. So I'll talk about that here in a second. But with Lifetime, it's just taking, like you said, winter's coming. Here we go. Summer goes fast. Now here comes the winter. It's getting these people to stay in the gym or stay in that workout habit, I should say, right?
Because it is habitual.
Yes.
Habitual.
Yes.
You're talking about what? Is it usually about 30 days or so, 30 to 35, 40 days before it really starts to take effect? So you don't want to lose that by taking that time off.
Because you know how, let's put it this way. So you put in a good 2-3 months worth of just hard work, right? And all of a sudden you go on vacation and 1 week it goes away. That's how
just that fast.
It's just like, Mom, what just happened? What just happened, But that's why just consistency, just staying consistent throughout the winter. Because as you know, time flies. It goes fast. So each day, I just tell people, honestly, if you cannot get to the gym, how about you go and do like 10 push-ups? Give me 20 push-ups.
Something internal in the house.
So something in the morning. I don't have time. You hear that a lot.
Yeah,
but you do. I don't have time. But you know what? I
have YouTube.
Yeah. Social media.
You just sit down on the carpet and get a little workout with some YouTube on.
Yes.
Just do it both at the same time.
Yes.
Here's something I thought about, right?
Yeah.
You and I, you're still in great shape. I think I'm
And
okay.
so are you. Are you doing just
I think
fine.
I'm okay.
Yep.
But I will say, man, that real talk, when I was young, I remember just being able to come into the gym and just start hopping.
Mhm.
Like, no stretching, just come straight to the gym, off vert, go get something and bang, pause. And so that's what I'm saying about what's going on now, because I used to be able to eat whatever I want.
Right.
I used to be able to, anytime I want,
Mhm.
chill out for 3 months and get back on track very quickly with training. It doesn't work like that now.
No.
So now that I'm approaching that, the midlife of my life is still at 35. Now that I'm at 35, like, what is the change that happens that causes what I used to be, man, looking like a rock diesel?
Well, your
to
body
now
gets older, right? Your
Fluff
body-
diesel.
Yeah, it happens. It's like with us, or just in general, you go through your 20s, you're feeling good, then you get to your 30s, and then it gets to the 40s, and it's just your body starts to change. Your bones, your muscles, and that's the thing about maintaining your muscles, so you don't go backwards. But now, there's kind of the thing that I'm in right now is game day men's health. Okay, game day men's health. It is TRT. It's a testosterone replacement therapy.
Okay,
it's very popular. Game day is the fastest growing franchise out there right now, which is fantastic. And a buddy of mine got me into it and wanted me to work here and be the marketing manager. And so that's what I'm doing as of right now. Doing it's just awesome. And it's a lot of fun with game day. Now, what I'm doing in the morning with Lifetime Fitness, it works.
It coincidentally works.
100%.
Yeah.
And testosterone is the youth. It's basically getting yourself back into. It's not going to change you. You're not going to look younger,
right.
But you're going to feel the recovery, the sleep time. Everything's going to feel a lot better. And that there's big terminology, and I'm just going to tell you exactly what it does. I've been on it for 5 years now, and my body feels amazing. I'm 52 years old. And there's no way I could do what I'm doing lifetime.
52? Shoot, look like 32.
What I'm doing it for lifetime, there's no way I couldn't hang.
Yeah.
If I didn't have this opportunity for the replacement therapy of testosterone.
Gotcha.
There's no doubt about it.
It seems like that's not maybe an easy conversation for guys to have. Right. Guys don't like to talk a whole lot. I mean, I say as the guy that talks for a living, but about issues like that, what maybe holds men back from taking that step to feeling better? And what would you tell a guy who's, looking to feel better and like, hey, it's fine. Come on in. Water's warm.
Right. Exactly. Well, it's one of those, it's fear. I mean, honestly, it's fear. Getting in there, be like, okay, now what's going into my body? What's the next?
And that's with anything. That's with
100%.
that, with prostate, with
right,
all kinds of stuff. We just don't like to do it. Go ahead.
Right. No, that's it. That's exactly what it is. It's getting these guys to understand where the testosterone levels are. So when you come in, you're going to get a free blood test.
Okay.
Free blood test right off the bat. Okay. And we have our own lab. So we'll spin the blood right there in our lab and we'll get it back in 15 minutes for the testosterone. So it's fantastic. Right.
Wow.
So once it comes back, then your levels are supposed to be we like to see between 800 and 1,000. That's back when we were 20s. And, but right now, it changes as we get older and we lose that testosterone out of our body. So now, if you come in at about 150, well, no wonder you're tired. No wonder your body's sore. It is what it is, so that's what happens. So basically that's what we want to do for our clients is get them in here, get them in here and let them understand. And we have Chris, he's amazing. He's our MD and he's just the guy that it just tells it how it is. And he's so smart. The guy's so smart. He'll give you everything and every option between peptides and you name it.
Yeah.
Anything
you get everything's laid out for you depending on what you want. Right?
And he'll know. He'll be like, all right, this is where you're at. This is what we need you to do. This is what I would love to see you do. And as of right now, it's 20% off.
And there it is.
I had to throw it in there.
There it is.
Just
20% off.
real quick.
So tell us where they can find you. as he spoke about, if that's something that you want to do, there's their location is in Omaha right now at this point, but they are looking to expand, and so be on the lookout for a Lincoln location at some point soon.
100%.
And but how can they find you if that's something that they would want to partake in? Get the test, 15 minutes, you find out what you're working with, 20% off.
Yep.
How can they find you?
Honestly, get online and look up Game Day Men's Health.
Yeah.
It's the south part of town, and we're on 168th and it's like Cornhusker, right by Tiburon golf course. But honestly, you get on there, it's right there. All you got to do is, and it says appointments. Boom, you put in your name, address, phone number, everything's right there for you. We make it really easy for you, and you come in, you get your free. Mind you, free.
Free 99.
Not a lot of things are free these days. So we have free blood tests, and it changes. It definitely will change you for sure. It's amazing. It's hard to explain until you experience it yourself.
There he is, Ryan Elrod. Yes. He's joining us. Game Day Men's Health. Once again, see Strick, he's representing. Yep. I'm going to go in and get mine done as well. And we thank you for joining us on our first Fit Talk Friday. Once again, man, we appreciate you, and we'll continue to support what you guys got going on over there. Yes. Lifetime Fitness is also, if you want to get training work done, you can find them there doing this thing as well. Fit Talk Friday, we've started back up. Shout out to you guys for listening in. We appreciate you and your continued support. We got to get out of here for a quick break. We'll come back second hour. 93.7 The Ticket. You know who we are.
To 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com.
On the internet.
KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket.
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session, and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home, so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Nebraskans are proud of their public schools. Hi, I'm Tim Royers. As a Nebraska Teacher of the Year, I traveled across the state and saw the value public schools bring to our communities every day. They're where our kids get the skills and opportunities they need to succeed. They're where families come together to enjoy a musical, cheer for our teams, talk with teachers, and build trusted relationships. Strong public schools create strong communities.
Sponsored by the Nebraska State Education Association, aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Where will your path take you, traveler? To seek fortune in a new career, or on a journey to distant lands for a well-deserved vacation? Wherever you go, one distraction could spell disaster. You can change your fate, adventurer. Don't drive distracted. Paid for by the NDOT Highway Safety Office.
Attention, Nebraska. It's time to show off the best our state has to offer. Help Beatrice Bakery's famous fruitcake snag the title of coolest thing in Nebraska. Made with love and loaded with local flavor. This fruitcake isn't just a treat, it's a tradition. Cast your vote today and let's put Beatrice Bakery on the map. Vote now and make the fruitcake of Beatrice Bakery the coolest thing in Nebraska. Visit theticketfm.com and click the link to vote. That's theticketfm.com. Go and vote now.
Rick Heyman from Sauter Heyman Jewelers here. Shop the Wedding Band Expo September 12th through the 14th at Sauter Heyman Jewelers. Choose a wedding band that will stand the test of time or an anniversary band to celebrate time spent together. Only at the Wedding Band Expo. You'll save 20% off all wedding and anniversary bands. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Wedding Band Expo, September 12th through the 14th. All 3 locations. Find the ring of your dreams at the price you'll love. SauterHeyman.com in Lincoln and Grand Island.
Ever stare at the Hog Wild menu and feel like you just can't make up your mind because it all looks so good? Well, when I want a little bit of everything, I get a little bit of everything on Hog Wild's Smokestack Sandwich. On a butter-toasted bun, we pile on our hickory smoked beef brisket and juicy hot links. The hard part is choosing between fresh curly fries, classic baked beans, or coleslaw on the side. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raisin Canes, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Sea-Doo dealership. Score up to $300 off or a free 2-year warranty on 2024 Sea-Doo Sparks and $500 off or a free 2-year warranty on all other brand new 2024 Sea-Doos. Rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of September. On or off-road, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of motorcycles and watercraft in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies, and it will be breezy. We'll see an afternoon high around 89. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, the low around 62. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and lighter winds, an afternoon high around 85. Meteorologist Kyle Tucker for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Koppel Chevrolet GMC, and we are out of the gate for September with a very special GMC sales offer. We must move out all new GMC truck inventory fast. So right now at Koppel, we are offering true GM supplier pricing for everyone. Yes, you heard right. True GM supplier pricing on all GMC Sierras. That's over $12,000 off on select models. That's GM supplier pricing, $12,000 off on Sierras. Do not wait. Stop on in or check us out online at koppelcars.com.
Whether you like fishing together or fishing to get away, for the thrill of reeling in a big one, or just going out to have a good time, on the banks of your local pond, at a bend in a river, or on one of our many lakes and reservoirs, you'll always find the perfect place to cast a line, here, beneath Nebraska skies. Start planning your next fishing adventure today at letsfishnebraska.com. Sponsored by Nebraska Game and Parks, aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
This is On the Block with Strick and Austin. Nebraska Basketball Hall of Famer and 9-year NBA vet, Eric Strickland.
Strickland for three! And you're going to go out of here as the Big 8 tournament champion.
Middle school basketball coaching legend and Duke basketball shooting coach in his mind, Austin Orman. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. On air and online at theticketfm.com. Presented by NEBCO. This is On the Block with Strick and Austin.
Wow, great segment last time. For the first time, again, Fit Talk Friday. We appreciate Ryan Elrod again for coming through. Game Day Men's Health. We thank them for sharing the information that they share. But we're going to get back on track. We're going to talk Husker football. Husker football is about to face Northern Iowa. Mañana. I needed to say that for Naya. You know, Naya loves when Stricky says that. Mañana. We're going to talk about some things, some key metrics before we continue on with Rule and his audio if we have some time to do so, and also tap in with you guys on the Sutter Heyman text line, whatever questions that you guys have out there as well. But when we're talking about these metrics, there's some things to consider because I can say it from this standpoint. Whenever I played basketball, right, there are games where you knew that you were going to be better than the team. Like you knew that who your opponent was. There's some things you can work on, right? There's some things I can work on as far as new moves I've implemented. I really want to focus because I struggled in my mid-range. This is the game I'm gonna work on that. For the Nebraska Cornhuskers, I think to me, it's what levels of improvement and what levels of growth. So let's talk about the metrics of this game that's coming up. So let's start off first by saying, should Nebraska dominate this game, Austin? Should they get off and dominate? What are the three numbers that when you check into the aftermath of the game or at halftime or, maybe first quarter or whatever, when you start breaking the game down, what are some of the metrics that you want to see, especially three numbers that can tell you that Nebraska is very dominant or they're not in a specific game?
Well, let me answer your first question. Should Nebraska dominate? It's about time. It's about time. I don't really care that Northern Iowa was ranked number 21 in the FCS. Go dominate a game, right? Build off of last week.
Yeah.
If you win convincingly and not quote unquote dominate, whatever. We were splitting hairs. I don't know what it means to dominate. That's why we'll get into some of the numbers here later. But Strick, there shouldn't be any doubt in anyone's mind at the end of the game about this Nebraska team. You should be feeling good staying home, going into Illinois week on a short week, right? Because that's a Friday game, not a Saturday game. But yeah, Nebraska should dominate. Don't have another McNeese State. Don't allow another 200-yard rusher like you did to South Dakota State back in the day.
Or Troy.
Or when Northern Illinois came and got you, right? You got a bone in their boneyard already. And Northern Iowa's at a lower level.
How do they do it, Austin? When I come through. They came through and took the check in and walked. I'm telling you, that was one of the funniest videos.
So
I will never forget.
It was so
that.
good.
Go ahead.
Should Nebraska dominate? Strick, if this Nebraska program wants to tell me it's for real, prove you're for real. Dominate. It's what you did against UTEP. Now, UTEP's 0-2, lost to Nebraska, and then UTEP lost to an FCS team. So maybe Northern Iowa is better than UTEP, but it should still be, I think, a 30-plus point victory for Nebraska. Even if Nebraska wants to run the ball, even if Northern Iowa wants to run the ball, Nebraska's got to hit a couple explosive plays this week, I think. Again, right? You kind of lost that. Granted, they were called back by penalties, but you had the big plays against UTEP. You didn't necessarily have the same level of big play against Colorado. I want to get back to big plays for Nebraska, especially in the run game, right? I have some pretty good confidence in the pass game. I want to see big plays out of the rushing game for Nebraska. And I think the first metric, Strick, would be points allowed. Why not try to hang a 0?
This is one.
That's got to be your goal.
How many did I say that I'm hoping?
You said 2.
I said 2. I'm hoping this is 1.
And I said it hasn't happened since 2009.
Yeah.
The end of that season. And that was one of the best defenses we've ever seen in Nebraska. Maybe this unit can get there. By the end of the year, work its way into that conversation. You've allowed 17 points through 2 weeks. You're top 25 in scoring margin and all that. Or not scoring margin and points allowed. This defense has a chance to be special. If this group, Strick, has taken a step forward, the first unit doesn't allow any points. And honestly, I want to see the same out of the second unit.
Don't do it. And if you get to the third, maybe you get 3.
Yeah,
that's what I'm
maybe.
That's what I'm hoping. Either hang a 0, First of all, I'm hoping that the margin, the scoring margin, like you said, is gone in 60 seconds. Like we throttle you, just like I'm in a Charger or a Challenger or a Hellcat, and you made a U-turn trying to find me, and you can't find me nowhere because I got out on you. That's what I'm hoping Nebraska does, which in turn would cause Raiola to sit, Nayor to sit, all those guys go have a seat, rest up. Let's get ready, Big Ten play, and I still love the depth of the defense. So like you said, first, second team, look, the goal should be hang a 0.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what I would want to see too. So I agree with you.
A couple things from the text line. And of course, as we're going through metrics, we want yours. What are some of the numbers that you'll be tracking throughout the Nebraska game that'll tell you whether or not Nebraska dominated Northern Iowa? Brian on the text line says this, Stricky. Rushing yards allowed. And here's an interesting one. Up 28-0. I think that's a big one, right?
Yeah.
If you're in Nebraska, again, you were up 28-0 against Colorado.
Yeah.
Prove it's not a fluke.
Yeah.
Do it again. See if you can extend that 28-0 run
And
to
make
35.
Right.
Can you get it to 40? 38 or 40, somewhere in that
Without
range.
the mistakes.
Without the
penalties.
mistakes, with overcoming them, with another defensive or special team score, whatever that looks like. Yes, this is a game where I think Nebraska's challenge is, how do you start the run? How early do you start the run? And how long can you sustain the scoring run?
My thing, one of the metrics I think I would like to see is first down numbers like in 3 to 5 through the whole game. Like under 10, but 3 to 5 for that means you're
Allowed.
getting yes. You're getting off the field and they're in punt mode, and you should have more punt return numbers. See, I'm getting creative. You should have punt return yards than they do rushing yards.
Woo!
Talk to
Imagine.
Stricky.
Hey, Colorado had how many rushing yards last week?
16. 16.
Was that the whole game or first half?
Whole game. Was it a whole game? No.
I was thinking that was the first half.
First half.
I'm pulling it up right now just to double check. Because
First half.
Dallin Hayden ended up with 32 yards.
But they had so many sacks.
You're right. As
It's
a team, 16 for the game.
Yeah.
And Nebraska punt return yards, Isaiah Garcia Castaneda had 16. You did it last week.
I'm trying to surpass that. Because if they're punting more than they're getting first downs, then you should have more return yards than they have receiving yards. That's what I'm holding. That's the type of numbers I'm trying to see for domination.
How about this, Tricky? What if Nebraska faces fewer than 10 third downs on offense?
You mean face fewer? That means, wait.
The offense is that on schedule, that you don't even get to third down. It's first and second down plays only for the offense.
I like that. I'm okay with that. That's cool. But to me, I also want to see multiple turnovers.
Created. Takeaways.
I want to see at least a couple. Fumble recovery. I want to see you at least make that ball rumbalaya on the ground a little bit, to the tune of maybe 4 times. It's on the ground. Okay, you don't get it, but it's on the ground. Like I want. They're a running team. I'm talking about stand them up and strip them.
Yeah.
Let's get in there and get some money.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I like it.
Yeah.
Let's go to the text line here. Mike says 150 yards rushing and 3 touchdowns in the first half, and the second string playing the entire fourth quarter. 1809 says fewer than 5 penalties for the game. I like that.
I like that.
0598. When is the last time Nebraska has covered the spread 3 games in a row? Oh boy, who even knows? Feels like it's been a while.
It feels like it's been a while.
Well, as a favorite, it's probably been a while because remember all those single digit losses?
To teams like Michigan.
I'm sure Nebraska covered in there, but as a favorite, as big a favorite as Nebraska is in this one, Strick, I'd assume that's been a while.
It's been a long time. It's got to be 214 maybe?
I don't even know. I don't even know how to go back and find all these spreads or where to even start looking. Here's an interesting one, Stricky. Do not let Northern Iowa cross the 50-yard line.
Wow. Now that's super domination.
Holy cow.
Because you got to think about it, right? That means your offense is on schedule. That means you're consistently flipping field position. That means your defense is getting. I like that. That is a show. I think that's a holistic show of domination.
What if Northern Iowa catches a pass at its own 48-yard line, takes a step up field, gets to the Nebraska 49-yard line, and then fumbles? Does that count as crossing midfield?
Austin,
does that count?
Yes, it counts.
But he fumbled. He didn't get it back. Nebraska recovered.
He crossed.
but he doesn't get credit for crossing.
Austin. What does he get credit for a fumble? You don't. If you fumble, you don't lose the yards for the yards gain.
Well, you don't. You get the yards, but it's not like, oh, we know that he crossed here.
What does the touchline say? Help Austin out on this one, because that one right there is that's one of those Matrix movie type. You know, you're
Matrix. What's that?
You're doing.
I'm kidding.
Yeah, you're doing the Matrix move with that one. I don't know what to even call it. The Neo move with that one.
The backstroke.
Yeah, you're doing that with that one.
Cam in Valparaiso says, just win. You win, you have a top 25 matchup next Friday night in Lincoln. Maybe. We'll see.
We'll see.
Another metric that I had, Stricky, net rushing yards per carry. I know someone said rushing yards and then rushing yards against, but for me, I don't care how many times Nebraska runs the ball as long as they're averaging 5+ yards per carry. Not a big defensive line. Nebraska should be able to create push. On the flip side, Northern Iowa has very strongly committed to the run so far this year.
Right.
If their identity is as a rushing team, Nebraska needs to commit to take that away first. I think the defensive backs are going to be good enough athletically, be in good enough position that I'm not too worried about them against these receivers and this quarterback. But Northern Iowa is going to be persistent. They're going to be stubborn in the run game. So just like we talked about Memorial Stadium, getting back to being Memorial Stadium last week, do that again. And if you're the defense, stand them up on first and second down. If they want to be a rushing team, you dominate by taking that away from them. Ideally, they're at less than 3 yards per carry. I would settle for 3.5 yards per carry for a team that is so committed to running the ball. And I think 5 is the bare minimum for Nebraska. I want to see Nebraska up closer to 5.5, 6 yards per carry. So to me, the metric for Nebraska domination in the run game is greater than 1.5 yards difference between Nebraska's yards per carry and Northern Iowa's yards per carry.
And here's something that I can sense as well, that there's been great conversations amongst the staff and individually with Dylan Raiola. And I think the message is being disseminated amongst the whole group. Business, win, and it's not about you.
Right. It's about us, but it's not about you.
That's the one thing I can sense. Like, I'm not in the locker room. I'm just a discerning individual that's watching things. And because it's not about numbers. It's not about how much you can put up and, I'm not going to throw it away because my accuracy numbers go down. No, I think they've gotten the message to him that we win, the light shines, and we all prosper.
Yeah.
That's what it seems like it's coming down, because he's not, it doesn't seem like he's going to be frustrated if his numbers is not 300 a night. He's going to be happy with that win.
Yes.
You see what I'm saying? And that means this, and it's going to be dictated based on who you're playing. The game plan is going to call for us to dominate here in the run game. I'm going to have some play action opportunities, and I need to make the best of those. Like, that's where my big plays are going to come from. I think this game is going to be off the play action. I think it's going to be off some rollouts. I think it's going to be some pocket presence, but not much. I think it's going to be very heavily in the run game, dominate there with some play action hit opportunities. And I think Dylan Raiola would end up with maybe 215 in passing yards, maybe. And it's going to be a couple big ones in there.
What's completion percentage?
I'm going to say 67.
67? Okay.
67.
Okay.
Yeah.
I like it.
I think Dowdell ends up with 100 plus. I think Ramir Johnson ends up with maybe 25 receiving, maybe 50, 55. And I think there's going to be another running back, maybe Emmett or who else is over there? Emmett and
Dowdell.
No.
Irvin.
Gabe Irvin.
Ramir.
One of them. I think one of them is going to end up with, around, they're going to end up with over 200 yards rushing. I'm going to say that.
I like it. And so for Nebraska to hit my mark of at least 5 yards per carry, it's got to be 40 carries.
I'm rolling.
If you get it with 30 carries, I think that's fantastic. Here's a question for you, Stricky. Dylan Raiola has thrown for 238 yards and 185 yards in his first 2 games. which comes first? And you can say push if you want. His first interception or his first 300-yard passing game?
300-yard passing game. I think he's smart. I think he's smart, and I think he's calculated and targeted on how he's going to throw passes. And I don't think he's going to just throw it just to thread the needle. He's tried a couple. He got away with it, but I believe he's a big film watcher, and he's going to grow out of those and say, I can't make that mistake again. I got away with it that time, but I can't make that again. And I don't think he's there's those guys, those Johnny Manziel type, where they're like, oh, I got away with it. Oh, I can definitely get this one in there, and they keep testing the waters, and then you end up getting caught slipping.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? I don't believe him to be that type of guy. I think he grows off of what, and I don't think anybody's gonna be able to throw something crazy at him that he's not gonna see coming.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Not yet. I don't think they're there yet.
I just have a weird feeling that he throws his first interception tomorrow.
Really?
I don't know why. I think as I try to work through this in my head, it's Northern Iowa, it's FCS. He's diced up UTEP in Colorado. But there's been a throw or two each game where he's put the ball in some danger, right? Trying to make too much happen, maybe. And I'm with you. He absolutely does watch film. We've heard that from the coaching staff. I don't know. I just feel like this is the game where he finally doesn't get away with it. And I am absolutely not the type of guy to say it's good to lose a game, in March as you're going into conference tournaments. They know what it's like to lose. No, win all your games, right? Make all your throws. Don't throw an interception. If Dylan Raiola breaks Trevor Lawrence's record for 169 passing attempts in a row without throwing an interception, incredible. Go for it. That's what we're hoping for. I don't know, Stricky. I just have a weird feeling that it's not going to cost Nebraska, but it might be something fluky, or it might be, he finally didn't get away with it. But I just have a funny feeling that there's an interception.
This game. Okay.
So
let's keep an eye on it.
Let's see here. 7809 says Nebraska gets 289 passing and 256 rushing yards.
That's a huge game. That's
total. That's 550.
That's total domination if that happens. I don't know if we get there, because I don't know if our second units yet are there. I think our second units are good to push points. I just don't know if they're good to overall go to that level of yardage and I don't know if we're there yet, but I think we're building towards that. Defensively, I think we can get the start. I just don't know. Let me just say, I hope that happens.
Yeah,
especially in this type of game.
Money G in Kansas. Let's get a nice 27-point win or more tomorrow. And here's this trick. I think this is worth talking about before we go to break here. 1809 says, tomorrow night, the fans should be able to impact the game. I'm guessing Northern Iowa hasn't seen too many stadiums as intimidating as Memorial Stadium can be tomorrow night. We talked about it a little bit earlier in the week. It's easy to get up for a game like Colorado. It absolutely is. You want Northern Iowa to come in and be shell-shocked, right? I don't think they're going to be. I think they're a veteran enough team. I think that their coach has been there for 24 years. He's seen a lot. He's been around to stadiums like this. You want to be Nebraska nice. You want them to be in awe of your stadium and say, holy cow. But you also want to crush their dreams. You want to dominate. You're like, that was such a cool stadium. I never want to go back there again in my life. It was the worst football game we played. They were so much physically better than us. They dominated us. The crowd was rocking. They have no idea who I am. They didn't care. They were yelling. They were loud. And again, Northern Iowa's not Colorado. But dang, Husker fans, come on, still show up, still be loud, because what makes an environment isn't just that you can get up for a big game. Any stadium can be rocking for a big game the magnitude of Nebraska and Colorado last week.
Yeah.
Not every stadium, not every fan base gets it rocking for a 6:30 kickoff against an FCS team. Put your money where your mouth is and make that place shake again, dang it.
There it is. Well said, well spoken from Austin, the man of the hour, the Tower of Power. The man that shoots it from 3 and usually makes it. He just made it with that comment.
Usually?
Usually.
Always.
There it is. We'll take a quick break. We're going to get out of here, and we'll come back and finish it all up for the second. We got one more segment before we get to the crossover, and we'll do that right after this. 93.7 The Ticket on the block.
Primary care that understands you. At CHI Health Clinic, Our dedicated primary care team takes time to hear you, understand you, and get to know you and your family at every stage of life. We believe in building lasting relationships with our patients. That's why we offer convenient, affordable health care close to home or work. Find out how we treat your whole family like family at chihealth.com/primary care.
Constructors is now hiring for all positions, with laborers starting at $23 and up based on experience. Constructors has immediate job openings for laborers, mechanics, bridge builders, operators, and drivers. Start your new career today. Constructors offers great pay, health, dental, and vision insurance, paid time off, paid holidays, and so much more. Join the crew today and be a part of Nebraska's oldest paving company dating back to 1908. For a complete list of openings and to apply online, visit constructorslincoln.com.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
I'm softball player Jordy Ball, and I'm proud of my Nebraska roots, and I'm proud to be back home. And at Midwest Bank, they're proud to be your local community bank. They believe in family first, taking initiative, showing integrity, and rolling up their sleeves to support their local communities. They treat everyone like family, no matter where you're from. Whether you walk into a branch in York, Lincoln, Norfolk, or Pierce, you know you're going to be welcomed with a smile. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop.
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful, with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work, to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Sea-Doo dealership. Score up to $300 off or a free 2-year warranty on 2024 Sea-Doo Sparks and $500 off or a free 2-year warranty on all other brand new 2024 Sea-Doos. Rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of September. On or off-road, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln has you covered with a large selection of motorcycles and watercraft in stock at their new 27th and I-80 location. Hurry in, the clock is running down.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Lease a 2024 Ford F-150 for $437 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1004120, $437 per month, lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 5,500 due with signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 9/30/2024. See dealer for details.
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
For 15 years, Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping has been helping Lincoln become healthier, happier, and more fit through our proven combination of kickboxing, strength training, and nutrition coaching. And to celebrate 15 years of success, we're offering you 50% off our next 10-week challenge beginning September 14th. That's 10 weeks of fun group fitness classes and individualized coaching for half off. And at the end of the 10 weeks, someone's walking away with $1,000 for the best transformation. Come check it out. What do you have to lose? Click on the banner at theticketfm.com to learn more. Farrell's Extreme Body Shaping at 40th and Yankee Hill or 70th and Vine. And check us out online at fxblincoln.com.
At Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical, we're ready, reliable, and recommended. Water heater acting up or your sump pump on the fritz? Call Action. Summer's around the corner. Is your AC working? Are you sure? Call Action. Electrical problems? I'm telling you, call Action. Call Action for a free same-day estimate or a trusted second opinion. You heard that right, a free same-day estimate. 402-423-6960. ActionLincoln.com.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
Your Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies, and it will be breezy. We'll see an action high around 89. Tonight, partly cloudy skies, the low around 62. And tomorrow, we'll see mostly sunny skies and lighter winds, an action high around 85. Meteorologist Kyle Cutter for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rick Heyman from Sauter Heyman Jewelers here. Shop the Wedding Band Expo September 12th through the 14th at Sauter Heyman Jewelers. Choose a wedding band that will stand the test of time or an anniversary band to celebrate time spent together. Only at the Wedding Band Expo. You'll save 20% off all wedding and anniversary bands. Sauter Heyman Jewelers, Wedding Band Expo, September 12th through the 14th. All 3 locations. Find the ring of your dreams at the price you'll love. SauterHeyman.com in Lincoln and Grand Island.
Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Obviously, we're talking Nebraska and Northern Iowa, but there are other games going on across the country. Strick, Austin, Ellie with you here during On the Block. Don't forget, it is brought to you by Nebco. If you're looking to start your new career today, you can visit nebcoinc.com. They're hiring laborers for constructors, also some CDL drivers for ready mixed concrete. If you're interested in any of those positions, again, nebcoinc.com. Interesting non-conference week 3 of the season, week 4, if you want to count week 0 in there as well. I promised we were going to bring Ellie in for this one. So, Ellie, as you look at this weekend's college football slate, outside of Nebraska, Northern Iowa, what's the biggest game that's got your attention this weekend?
I'm looking at the Notre Dame versus Purdue, just because Notre Dame's coming off of a pretty hard loss to Northern Illinois last week. So, I also had some friends that went to that game. They're big Notre Dame fans, so when they're coming back, that's all they complained about. So I'm interested to see how Notre Dame's going to come back from such a wasn't it a 31-second field goal?
Yeah. It's very devastating. Very devastating.
That's 28-point favorites.
Especially when you have aspirations of wanting to go to the college playoffs, redeem yourself after some bad experiences of getting to bowl games.
Home turf.
You're at home with a team that they're good. They
don't get twisted.
Don't get it twisted. They fight. So, but to do you in that way, bounce back is key.
Exactly. I think they're angry. I think
they're
going to come out and give Purdue a run for their money.
Yeah. The game is at Ross-Ade Stadium, which is a notoriously tricky place to play, not because it's a great environment, but because it's almost too dead of an environment. Year 2 for Ryan Walters. Purdue already coming off a bye week. They have a bye week in week 2 of the season. Their only other data point, a 49-0 win over Indiana State. Notre Dame, only 8.5-point favorites, according to ESPN. seems a little low to me, Stricky. I don't know if I'm putting Notre Dame on upset alert, but
that might be one you want to put a Biznae on.
2:30 on CBS, by the way, for that one.
That might be one I might need to add into the parlay.
Hey, speaking of Big Ten teams hosting ranked teams,
Wisconsin,
the Badgers.
Yeah, that's the one I was looking at. That was one I was looking at.
Where's your mind at?
It for me, I'm watching it for us. Like I'm looking at our now, their now, so that as I continue to evaluate them throughout the course of this season, where they are, where they get to, this is going to show me a lot because this team, Alabama, is not only good, they're versatile, and their defense is pretty good too. So I want to see how they handled it. What kind of style are they going to implement? Are they going to stay their same pretty much run, play action style football?
Mm-hmm. Never forget, they were only up a point on South Florida before they turned on the Jets in the fourth quarter last week.
Yeah, so we're going to see how their third week is. That's one to look at, and obviously I'll be watching as well the new edition, and I'm not talking about the singing group, but Arizona
the new
edition
tonight. Mm-hmm.
Checking out the Arizona Kansas State game. That's one I'm really going to keep an eye on. Not only that nephew's on the team, but also because. How is this team, who was very good last year, going to introduce himself into the Big 12 with this type of game on the road? That's one of the things I want to see.
Are you more confident in Arizona being a good team or Kansas State being a good team?
I still feel that Kansas State has some things that they're missing or haven't done. I think this is going to be a great test for that now. So I'll probably say Arizona. I actually think probably Arizona showed me a little bit more consistency as far as, who they are and who they say they are. And just now I want to see with the new transition. That's why I really keep an eye. That's a tough question, Austin, but I would have to say Arizona at this point.
Ellie, your thoughts? Who's more legit, Arizona or Kansas State?
That is right now I'm going to put Arizona, but I just know that if some people in my friend group were to find out that I put Arizona over K-State, I probably wouldn't have friends after this. So I'm going to put Arizona above K-State. I feel like it'll be a good game, but overall Arizona.
I got a question for you though.
For me?
Yeah.
Okay. What you got?
There's a rivalry game going on very early in this season. It's one of those situations where a team, a college program leaves the conference and they go into another, but they say keep it. Mm-hmm. Let's not throw that thing off, that rivalry. Obviously, they're stuck in a rut right now where they are. But Oregon State on the road, both teams 2-0 at this point. Oregon has looked vulnerable a little bit to me. Is this a step-up game or is it a trap game? What's up?
Yes and yes. In Corvallis would scare the crap out of me, right? Oregon State has already everything to prove. Nothing to lose.
And they're looking for,
that get back. Yeah.
Come on, man.
Against
All
Big
right.
Brother.
Yeah.
Yeah. They're upset. They're angry. Are they very good? I don't think so. But that hasn't stopped teams before. Here's the thing with Oregon. They are in just such a weird spot. They have a 50% success rate, 35th out of 134 in the country. Pretty good. They're only allowing a success rate of 30%, 21st best, and they're moving the ball. They move the ball on offense. But it's a one-possession game against Boise State,
right,
and a wildly uncomfortable game against Idaho to open the year. The underlying numbers tell you that Oregon's fine. That big picture, they're going to be okay.
Yeah.
But at some point,
could get clipped.
You can't leave up the underlying numbers. You got to go out and dominate. The line on this game, I just had it pulled up. Oregon is a 16-point favorite. The way they've played through 2 weeks on the scoreboard, I'm not buying. But this is where I think, Strick, we see how legit Oregon is for the Big Ten. If Oregon is going to be taken seriously as a Big Ten championship contender, if it is a two-man race with Ohio State and Oregon comes out with something to prove. They come out in this rivalry game. They go on the road. They say, okay, we're comfortable here. We've come to the stadium before against better teams and beat them. This is where we put our foot down. Enough is enough. If Oregon's still shaky, They go on the road. They squeak it out. They're 3-0. But you're finally thinking the Big Ten is down to 2 legit playoff contenders in Ohio State. And I think last week was the fluke for Penn State. I think Penn State's going to be fine moving forward. Penn State has one fluke. And Boise's good, right? Boise's better than anyone Penn State has played so far. But another sketchy showing against a mediocre team? Big Ten staring down the barrel of 2, maybe 3 playoff teams instead of 3, maybe 4. There's another rivalry, though, Stricky.
Well, to me, I'm just going to say this little piece. The Oregon State situation is kind of like you in the club or you're in the bar, and Oregon State is the wingman girlfriend that's trying to stop you from having conversations with the bad one, right?
Yep.
She's like, no, you can't hang with her after this. You can't go home. No, she's coming.
She's got play.
They're mad about it, right? Oregon State I think they're going to be mad about it. Like, they're mad because the good one, so to speak, left her by herself, and she has to fend for herself. And that could be a man too. It's a wingman guy. It's not just a woman thing. It's a wingman guy. Wingman guys get left to.
Hey, just know I'm there to help you.
Right. You're there to help you.
I got you. But
that's how they feel. They got left in the Pac-12 with nobody there. And then I think they're mad about it. And I think they're going to try to show and prove that you should have picked us. One of you, Big 12, one of you guys missed out because we're them. I think that's what this game is. Go ahead.
The other rivalry game, same dynamic. Same corner of the country. Washington State and Washington. The difference here, Stricky, is where Oregon has to go to Corvallis, to Little Brother. Washington gets this game at home. This game, stylistically, is similar to Bama, Wisconsin. Washington State is boom or bust, all or nothing. Bama thrives on the big play. They're obviously better than Washington State. Washington, to this point, has been like Wisconsin, control, consistency. I'm not too worried about Washington in this game. Even with Washington State coming in, having a lot to prove, the fact that Washington gets this game at home against a less experienced team, first-year head coach and all that stuff, I feel really good about this one for Washington. Maybe the most interesting game of the day for me, though, Strick, is in the SEC.
Okay.
LSU at South Carolina. South Carolina just blasted Kentucky. Solid team, not a great team.
Yeah.
And LSU has to win out at this point, I think, to be in playoff consideration. Maybe you can drop one more big one, but you got to steal one somewhere.
Yeah.
South Carolina is on top of the SEC right now. They're 1-0 in conference with that win over Kentucky. Is this a win for South Carolina that maybe sparks a dark horse playoff run? Or is this a win for LSU that restores order and says, yep, we're fine. We are still team 3 in the SEC as we look to the playoff?
I think you're right. I think it's an opportunity that sits before them, and it's up to them to decide where they want to be and where they want their program to go. Because you got to figure Florida's down. You got to figure Ole Miss is potentially shaky. Is Missouri real? You've got Bama. You've got Georgia. But when you just kind of look across the board, Arkansas, shaky. There's a lot of shaky. And if you can stabilize yourself as a contender for that 3-4 spot in the SEC, you could be looking good. And this is where their opportunity lies. And it's up to them to decide on who they want to be and how they want to look at the end of the day.
A sneaky underrated game, Memphis, Florida State. Noles are 0-2. Memphis is one of those contenders for the Group of 5 playoff spot right now.
Yeah.
If Memphis comes in and beats Florida State,
his job's on the line.
That's Thanksgiving watch.
It's a rock. Yeah. I mean, he's already starting to lose top tier recruits, 5 stars, and they're starting to open their recruitment back up. So it's not looking good, and it won't be any better if they come up with an L on this one.
No. Some other interesting games. Oklahoma State goes to Tulsa. Folks are interesting. They survived Arkansas last week, one of the weirdest games we've seen. West Virginia Pitt, backyard brawl, 3rd year out of 4 that we'll get this one. You mentioned Notre Dame, Purdue. Tulane at Oklahoma. Green Wave went to Oklahoma, darn near pulled it off a few years ago. And this Oklahoma team ain't that Oklahoma team.
Yeah, and I like how Tulane is really, Tulane is really setting themselves up to potentially jump in there because they're playing tough opponents. They gave one away. They should have had. I thought they should have won that game. But this is another opportunity on the road. And for me, it's a power resume build.
Yeah.
Like showing that you can fight the good fight in no matter hostile or home and hostile environment or home. And, if they pull it out, boom, they put themselves in great position. They're also when I walk through, they can come through the door on them and come out with a win. That'll be dope. But I think still they're setting themselves up, playing that level of competition. When you get in the conference, you should run Rashad through it. And now you've got on your resume two pretty good football teams that you can make a case for.
Yeah. Last one that I want both your opinions on this one. Colorado goes to Colorado State.
Trap game.
Barn burner last year.
Yeah.
Stricky, do the Rams get their revenge or do the Buffs get back on track?
This game for me is Kenny Loggins.
Highway to the danger zone.
And it's in the Rocky Mountains. It's in the high mountains. So this is a highway to the danger zone. Yeah.
Rams or Buffs?
Listen,
who you got?
Do you know what'll happen? If I'm the Rams, I'm seething with how they did it. They barely skated. And now they're at home. I'm seething with an opportunity to really barrel the hatchet and straight Jason Voorhees when I walk through.
When I
come through, I got the mask on. I ain't saying nothing. We ain't talking about nothing. Yeah, that's what I'm trying to. Jason Voorhees. Like no talking, just walking and stalking. You know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
Ellie
don't
Rams
know
or
what
Buffs?
I'm talking about. She don't understand. She probably ain't never seen Friday the 13th.
It is Friday the 13th.
It is
and I
today,
feel like
Stricky.
that's in the
Yo!
air. The vibes of Friday the 13th are definitely in the air. I felt that all today. But I'm going with the Buffs. I think you can call me a traitor, Nebraska traitor, but I don't think that we saw a good Colorado team. And I think that Colorado is better than they showed when they played us. So I think that they're going to want to come back. They're going to show everyone that they're better than they actually were. And
it's going to be some fun games to watch.
Exactly. It's going to be a good game. But I also think that Colorado State could.
Watch out.
Watch out. It's anyone's game right now, but I think that Colorado has something to prove.
All right.
That'll be a 7:30 kickoff Eastern on CBS. That's going up against Nebraska. So we won't be watching that one. So we'll tune in and we'll see Colorado State win, at least the highlights. We'll go to break. We will wrap things up for On the Block. Jay Foreman is on his way in. One more segment of On the Block for the week. We'll give you our score predictions and what movie does Strick compare Nebraska and Northern Iowa to. Come back for that on the other side.
And feel like you just can't make up your mind because it all looks so good? Well, when I want a little bit of everything, I get a little bit of everything on Hog Wild Smokestack Sandwich. On a butter-toasted bun, we pile on our hickory smoked beef brisket and juicy hot links. The hard part is choosing between fresh curly fries, classic baked beans, or coleslaw on the side. Order online at GoHogWild.com. Hog Wild Pit Barbecue, 3210 Cornhusker Highway in Lincoln.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solution. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Tune in to 93.7 The Ticket as soon as the clock hits 0 for the Jay Foreman postgame show. Listen to expert analysis from the Husker Hall of Famer, an 8-year NFL veteran, for 90 minutes after the game. The Jay Foreman postgame show, sponsored by Anderson Ford, Tanner's Bar and Grill, Tavern 180, Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Vinnie Kreekak of State Farm Insurance, and Action Plumbing, Heating, AC, and Electrical on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Stevens & Smith Construction is a full-service, employee-owned concrete company that specializes in residential and commercial foundations and flat work. They've been a leader in the concrete industry since 1971, with nearly 250 employees combining for more than 2,000 years of service. With locations in Lincoln, Omaha, and Kansas City, they're united in quality, integrity, and professionalism to create excellence in construction. Learn more today at stevensandsmith.com.
If you want to make new floor shopping easier, come to O Street Carpet. Hi, I'm Steve Carper. Our flooring professionals can help you choose the best flooring for you, your family, and your budget. We eliminate the confusion. Even better, you'll be enjoying your new flooring much sooner. No 6 or 8 week waits. We'll install right away and save you money on installation. Floor shopping made easy every day at O Street Carpet.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
At Anderson Ford, we offer a 5-day return or exchange policy so you can make sure the vehicle you choose is the best vehicle for you. No pressure. Lease a 2024 Ford F-150 for $437 per month for 36 months. Experience better at Anderson Ford. Stock number 1004120, 437 per month, lease for 36 months with approved credit, 7,500 miles per year, 5,500 dual signing, no security deposit required. Tax, title, and license fees extra. Residency restrictions apply. Program subject to change. Must take new retail delivery from Anderson Auto Group by 9/30/2024. See dealer for details.
At Fairway Meat Market, your family. And as part of the family, they want to save you money on your meat and groceries. Now through September 15th, enjoy 8-ounce USDA Choice Boneless New York strip steaks for $7.99 each. USDA Choice Boneless Beef Crock Pot Roast for $4.99 per pound. Fresh salmon fillets for $9.99 per pound. And Bush Light 30 packs for just $18.99. That's all at Fairway Meat Market in the Rockledge Square Shopping Center, just south of 84th and Van Dorn. It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors Lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
Concerts keep rolling at Pinewood Bowl with a great show on Wednesday, September 18th. Bare Naked Ladies headlines with Toad the Wet Sprocket starting things off at 7 p.m. for a trip down 90s memory lane. Don't miss Bare Naked Ladies and Toad the Wet Sprocket on Wednesday, September 18th at Pinewood Bowl. Get tickets today at Ticketmaster.com.
Fall is the perfect time to work on outdoor projects. Whether you plan to install a fence or add shrubs to your landscape, don't risk an injury by hitting a buried power line. Always call 811 before you dig.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet. KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Now back to On the Block with Strick and Austin on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
We're back one final time here for the week during On the Block. Kickoff tomorrow between Nebraska and Northern Iowa at 6:30, which means 24 hours from right now, A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show is on the air. 4 o'clock tomorrow. Make sure you tap in with us. The normal great lineup will be with you. Some of us will be here if you're here for the game. Others of us will be down to the Kindler. That's a nice setup over there, Stricky, at the Kindler.
Hey, that's a nice little vibe over there. It really is. And the Kindler, the people that work for the Kindler, they're really they're great hosts.
Mm-hmm.
I've actually stayed there at that hotel. It's actually pretty nice. But the people and just relaxing and having a few drinks there at the bar, it's pretty cool, man. It's a nice little, cool little vibe. Stop by.
If you come down, I will be down at the Kindler tomorrow. If you come down and mention that you heard this little segment on the radio, I got $10 to highball for you. Just that easy.
There
Just say,
it is.
hey, where's my $10 to highball? Like, hey, I got it right here for you.
Yeah.
Call good.
Yeah.
Stricky, we want to try this out moving forward. You're a movie guy, and I need to be educated. So in the spirit of educating me and in catering to one of your skills here, we want to compare Nebraska's football games to movies. What movie does Nebraska Northern Iowa need to look like for it to be a successful weekend for you?
Well, one of my guys that I actually think pretty highly of, he wears a nice little cap. He talks a little bit of cap. He's got some funny little things on his fingers. He wears like a green and orange looking shirt, kind of dingy.
Turtleneck action.
You know what I
Not
mean?
quite.
It seems like he's been hot and got stuck in a nice little hot environment. His name is Freddy Krueger. And to me, it needs to look like a Nightmare on Elm Street. And the reason I say that is one of the things that the men, the young ladies, or those that live on Elm Street, they try to stay awake. Sometimes when they fall asleep, there's somebody comes bullying. He comes bullying in their minds, in their dreams, and they don't wake up after the fact. This is why this is a mind game. This is a mental game. The minute they show up, that means we need to be in their dreams, in their thoughts. And the minute that they wake up, they're sad faced because they left out of here with an L in their dreams. Nightmare on Elm Street.
I like it. You got a score prediction?
Stricky was on it. And if the
Not
couple,
bad.
I
Not
was
bad.
on Stricky.
Not bad.
Stricky was right
You're right
there. As far as the spread goes.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say 42 to 10.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
How confident? You locking in? You still thinking?
I'm hoping they put a 0, so I'm hoping I lose. But that's where I'm at. 42-10.
51.
If you say nothing, cap! Because you know you don't believe that. 52 what?
51.
51 what?
9.
All right, I was about to say. Yeah. Okay.
You wanted me to do it. I couldn't pull the trigger.
Why you always trying to why you always trying to do the prices right on me though? That's how you do me.
You want to start the segment, you want prices right me? Be my guest.
Gosh, dang it. You see what he's doing. He's trying to get right up under me.
Would you rather I cheat you in score predictions or shoot out with Strick? Because I've never once cheated you in shootout with Strick, so I got to do it somewhere.
Those who are listening know the real facts.
Yeah, I just said the real facts.
I've got many
I just said the
balls.
real facts.
Pause. I got many shots off before the buzzer, and he keeps, you know what I'm saying, taking wins from me.
Did you get one off of the buzzer yesterday?
You know what? Ellie, what's really going on? I thought me and you had to understand.
We do. I was on the buzzer.
Mm-hmm.
You know
You
what?
didn't even say anything for
Man.
the last answer.
I feel like it's.
Yesterday wasn't your day.
No, let me be quiet. I almost said something. I feel like I'm gonna be quiet on it. If you know, you know. Something happened a couple nights ago. Go ahead.
We'll call it a show there. Hit the out music. Jay Foreman's on his way in. It has been a great week here on the block. We are looking forward to another fantastic weekend, a fantastic environment in Memorial Stadium on Saturday. Stricky, have a good time chilling at the crib, my guy.
Monday.
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 Something like that. He's Strick. I'm Austin. Ellie's on the board. Don't go anywhere. We got old school. I'll be on it with Jay Foreman. Corner 3 coming up at 6, right after old school. Big thanks to Nebco for sponsoring the show. Starter Heyman Jewelers for the video streams and the text line, as well as Allo for giving us channel 961 on their cable package. It's been a great week. I will talk to you tomorrow for pregame.
Discover the difference that